something to see here really, guys, when you chuck on a new brake lever. It's fairly straightforward, right? Take the back off, have that ready, take the banjo off. I always use the banjos that came with the lever. It's tempting to keep the old one on. No, I always use the ones that come with the lever in case they're a different spec, different angle, different size. I want the one that came with it, because you do want to kind of line it up in the end. I'm glad it fits on the bar. It's this bit that bugs me. We might have to tilt it down. Let's have a look. Step one was the first cover. Fit. Where does that sit? It sits there actually. There you go. Does the second cover fit? This will tuck. What I have done sometimes is cut out here, right? But at the moment, what's stopping it is... So tank off was easy really, guys. Like all the side panels off, that took minutes. Then you had the bolt along there to pivot the tank. We pivot the tank first, and you've got these push connectors to connect back for the fuel line. Okay, it's quite straightforward actually. That is your crash sensor there. If anyone's ever looking for a crash sensor on these bikes, that's your crash sensor there. So that if that gets a jolt or a knock, it thinks the bike's crashed. Yeah. So even if we take that off now, which we will, we'll be very careful with it in case it thinks the bike's crashed. So sparks are down in here. So we'll remove the whole airbox. Hopefully it's not too difficult. All of these screws around here, one big long screw in the middle. We'll disconnect the tip sensor. Hopefully we don't have any issues there. Yeah, won't take a minute. And there's the tank over there sitting nicely. So we're back together from a functioning point of view. Everything's done. I've disconnected the battery for a couple of minutes to reset all of the computer systems, because we've pulled and played with wires. And then it'll be running it. It'll be fire it up, warm it up, run it just 20 miles an hour up and down the road. Let the F1 light or FI light, let it do its thing, let the computer reprogram. It should be fine, but you don't know. We've done a lot of work. One plug might be missed, one plug might be put in wrong, something small could be out of place. You just don't know. So yeah, I disconnect the battery, a couple of minutes to let all the power disappear. There's potentially small capacitors in the ECU, so they'll hold a bit of memory for a minute or two. That's why you unplug a battery normally for 10 minutes to let them drain out. So that's what we're going to do, and then we'll fire it up. Leave the plastics off for now. Let's fire it up. Let's check that it's doing what it should be doing at this stage. All right guys, let's prime it, fire this bad boy up. Always best take the key out because it's a chipped key. Prime it a couple of times, listen. Prime it again. Good, it primed. We should be good now. F1 light's on big time now, but it will be kind of confused. I think I got it. It's saying about your key now, look. There you go. There you go. Oh look, it's still not keen on your... What, it's been doing this? Yeah. Has it? Yeah. So what's the answer? It's not an answer, it's going to go away when you start doing it. Oh, it always flashes? Yeah. Oh, until it's fired? Yeah.
Needs to be is here.
Oh shit, that's the immobilizer. I told you it's not recognising the key. That's why I was doing all this. Oh, I wonder what was going on there. I think we've squished it and all. At the KTM. Right, it should be happier now. There you go. Oh no, there you go. Look, there you, and the FI lights off.
Lucky I know what I'm doing.
Alright, let it sit for a couple of minutes. We'll check it, then you'll take it for a spin.
Because you know I ride it every day, so if you want.
Probably best we do first. Because also, do it for 10-15 minutes. Try and stay consistent, and then blast it. You know when that comes on.
5 minutes.
Okay, so do a good 10-minute run, and do a bit of extra fault. Don't go nuts, you don't want to get caught, but do a bit of this and that. Let it sit for 5 minutes because the air filter is slightly wet as well. So give it a few minutes to warm up, and then we'll go for a spin. Guys, really funny that this piece here has the connection to register the key. That's why I was doing this with the key. That wasn't on, that's why it wouldn't start. That makes sense. So it's like an hour later. I've done nothing. I just checked for spark, and it has spark. I think this will fire up now. It's too temperamental. I think we'll hear this now. Look, whatever's going on is terrible. So it just sparked. There's something in the wiring somewhere. Guys, you got a Suzuki and you have an F1 light on the dash. If you have the F1 light on the dash straight away without the ignition, then you'll do this trick to find out what your code is. If the F1 light only comes on when you're running, go and run the bike, come back with the F1 light and do this trick. Take the port out from here, it's a white one. It has a white and it has a red and white wire and a black and white wire. These two here. Gary, do you mind? Currently we have no codes. No code. It just says F1, no code. Bridge these two wires with the engine running. Look, black and white, red and white. One in here. One in here. Go back to the bike. Wait for it, C65, there's your code, C65, there's your code. So bridge these two wires here and you'll get your code for your Suzuki. So wrapping up for the day, we're going to leave Gary's bike naked for now because he's coming back next week with an air filter and possibly oil. It seems like the fault code on Gary's bike is linked to the switch. The clutch switch, which we took out, right? Look, we cut it out. It was broken. We cut it out, and the screw was seized, so it snapped in the lever. So we thought, just do this. Apparently, it doesn't like that. It kind of wants the switch to be switching on and off sometimes. I don't know how it recognizes it. There's no electrics in there at all. It's a simple connection of metal. So I'm really surprised about that. But we'll deal with it. Next week. This thing's been firing up for the rest of the day. It's shocking. It drives me nuts. Absolutely drives me nuts. Bless you. So next week, new air filter. That air filter was bad, and we'll fix the clutch switch as best as we can. We're gonna have to. We'll keep these plastics tucked away. And over here, just for your kind of reference, right? I was looking this up, EFI systems. They're all over the world, these EFI systems. Now, these two are together for a reason. These two are telling the computer the engine speed tells the pump what to work at. So I have a feeling that I need to clean this sensor or bridge it or something. I'm going to try just bridging these two wires first to see if that solves my problem next week. That's going to be my step one next week. Just bridge them two wires on there. Will it give the computer a constant reading, thinking that that's constantly running? Because at the moment what's happening is that isn't sending to the ECU to say keep the fuel pump going. We don't need it, but it's not doing that. So all we need to do is trick the ECU into thinking that it's getting a full-time signal. That could be as simple as wiring them two wires together. I have a feeling that would probably work, but I'm not going to have time to test that today. Other thing that might work is the EFI system could work. I really can't be asked. I don't want to put that back on. Honestly, if this keeps causing me issues, I'm selling them both as scrap or as projects. So I am going to continue next week. One more day. I'm offering one more day to each bike. If not, they're both going. Probably 400 quid for both. And I'll go and get another project to cut my teeth on. I also need to try and do the tank fix on the CD 200 as well. So busy guys. As always, thanks for watching. If you want to become a member, I think the cheapest membership is $1.99, maybe $2.99 a month. That buys me a Pepsi Max. I really don't make lots of money, and any money I do I try to put into charity. So yeah, I'm not loaded, I promise you. In fact, I'm very regularly skint. So if you can buy me a Pepsi Max a month, I'd be very grateful. But if you can't, I don't want anyone being low on money. Thank you so much for watching. You can always throw a like, leave a comment and subscribe.